Annette Nichols. Annette Nichols is an athlete through and through.
This bout is sponsored by Clearwater Pools and Spas. This fight is scheduled for 5 rounds for the Fighting Women's Featherweight Amateur Championship title. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist with a 2-1 record. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds, fighting out of Longview, Texas, Annette Nichols. And now, introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist, holding a 3-1 record. She stands at 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 134 pounds, fighting out of Houston, Texas, Hanna the Hammer Olson.
And Will, I got to tell you, when we heard that Hanna was stepping up from 115 pounds, it seemed like she was going to be undersized versus Annette Nichols. But I got to tell you, looking at them and Hanna not having to cut weight, she looks ready to go in this fight.
Absolutely, and sometimes cutting weight, I'm not sure how much weight Annette cut, but sometimes they can drain you, it can slow you down. And now this is a 5-round fight.
Both fighters come out, touch gloves.
Hanna looks more like the boxer, moving her head, bobbing and weaving. She's getting the jab going. Annette is a little bit more upright. But she's throwing, clinching, working a tight clinch, going into the knees.
Annette pushing Hanna up against the cage, looking for that early takedown in round number 1.
Hanna spreading her legs, trying to get the underhook, lift her up.
Doing a good job posting against the cage as well.
So now she's pushing her head, taking the head pressure off. Ooh,
and she gets the takedown.
Annette looks like she just kind of muscled that one through. She's on top. Now she's been training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu 4 years. She should be really solid on the ground. She's topside now. She should be heavy with the pressure, heavy with the hips. You can see her hips coming forward. She's pressuring on those legs. That's gonna be so taxing towards the hip flexors of Hanna Olson later on in the fight.
And as we mentioned earlier, this is a 5-round title fight for the women's bantamweight.
Hanna Olson has very good frames going on right now. Her legs are spread, as you can see. She's pushing her off, but Annette is doing a really good job just pressure, being heavy on those frames, on that hip, on those legs, and it's going to really tax her later on.
Now again, as we mentioned earlier in the evening, as you saw earlier when Hanna had one hand on the ground, she would be considered a downed opponent, so no strikes to the head or kicks to the head of a grounded opponent at that time. Annette does a great job at following those rules here from the Arkansas State Athletic Commission.
Now it looks like she's got double unders. No, she drops for a double. Hanna has an underhook now, so she should be fine. She just needs to keep turning. Her hips are out, nice and spread. Tight clinch for a second, and then she drops back down for the double.
Hanna doing a great job fighting off that takedown.
So it looks like Annette's game plan is to pressure Hanna against the cage and just get her down and really start working her ground and pound. Hanna's she's got a half guard going on right now. She's got an opportunity to she's framing up with those legs. She's not receiving much punches.
Doing a good job with that knee shield.
As long as she keeps butt scooting, hipping out, she's okay.
And as we head into the second round, taking a look back at the replay, it was really the takedowns of Annette Nichols that were the story of this first round. You know, Hanna was trying to fight off that takedown, but Annette Nichols did a great job at taking the fight where she wanted it.
Yeah, you know, one thing that I'm starting to see, and I'm actually pretty impressed, and then given her background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, she's not getting stuck. Sometimes when you get a guy who's so one-dimensional, they forget about the MMA aspect, which is striking a down opponent, and she's doing a really good job adapting. She's not being stuck with the Jiu-Jitsu, and she is raining down punishment on Hanna.
Absolutely.
I think the Hanna here coming into the second round, obviously, we don't want to be against the cage. Let's stick and move. Let's be fast. We should be faster. We're a little bit smaller. Let's stay busy.
Getting ready to start the second of 5 rounds here in the bantamweight division for our first Peak Fighting Women's Bantamweight Championship.
Oh, they trade shots, cross.
And Hanna doing a great job at utilizing that boxing.
Bob and weave. She's actually coming forward. Hanna's walking Annette down with pressure, throwing high volume. She likes to box. Oh, swings with the right hook, just barely misses.
Nice leg kick from Hanna Olson and an overhand right that connects.
Wow. Oh, wow. Nice bob and weaves.
And Annette doing a great job at counter striking.
She's doing a really good job with that overhand right. What she needs to do is throw a hook before the right to set up that overhand right.
Nice knees to the body by Annette Nichols, searching for that takedown again. And Will, if you're Hanna's coaches and they've been dealing with this takedown in round 1, and it looks like that's going to be the story here in round 2 as Annette presses Hanna up against the cage, what sort of adjustments do you make in between rounds to get Hanna to avoid being pressed up against the cage?
She's doing a really good job. She's starting this round. She was very active. She was a little bit, so once she started walking towards the back of the cage, you need to take notice. You need to circle away from the cage, because we know as soon as we get pinned against the cage, we're gonna start losing time. And now Annette looks like she's controlling the fight. She's not active. She's not doing any punishment, but she's actively pursuing a takedown, which looks like she's winning. But she's doing a really good job defending. And let's see. Sometimes if you if you press someone against the cage and you're unsuccessful with those wrestling attempts, it does make you tired.
And Hanna looking to circle out and get some distance and throws a nice leg kick on the break.
Start looking at the difference. So Annette's already walking back. She looks a little bit more winded because she failed at those wrestling attempts against the cage. And Hanna looks pretty good. She still looks pretty fresh.
Constant pressure from Hanna with the boxing right now. But again, Annette doing a great job at counter striking.
I didn't see this fight. I didn't see, when I was thinking about this fight, I really didn't see Hanna walking Annette down the way she is, and it's really impressive. She came up 2 weight classes for this opportunity to fight for the Peak Fighting 135 belt.
Well, a nice right hook by Hanna, but she wanted to showcase her power in this fight. She said that her power was going to be the difference and that she felt she had enough to take Annette out.
Yeah, and that's what she said, and she's walking the talk.
As we get ready for our third round, it was really the boxing of Hanna in that second round that was the story of that fight so far.
Absolutely.
And she did a great job fighting off that takedown. She did get taken to the ground, but she got back up, and she did a really good job utilizing her boxing and keeping that pressure on her like you talked about.
Key difference, I think she got some really good fights in that second round because she was throwing straight punches, and then I mentioned that Annette was kind of tall, was kind of stiff, and her corner obviously told her to start going for those right hooks, right overhands. She's getting really good advice. So let's see what they say now.
And obviously, if you're in Annette's corner, what kind of advice are you giving her on those adjustments that she needs to really sort of avoid that boxing exchange with Hanna and focus on the grappling?
We're getting to the cage. We're able to pin her down against the cage. Let's work those trips. She's not really. she's unsuccessful with the double leg takedown. Maybe let's wrap her up tall and then let's look to trip her. We are taller. We're a little bit bigger in size. Let's see if we can get that going.
As we get set for the third round, both fighters come out, touch gloves. And again, Hanna with the boxing pressure.
You know what Annette could do? Hannah's coming kind of low now, and this is the second round with those bobbing weaves. She could throw a knee up the middle, and it would not be a good night for Hanna. Oh, there we go. Now she's throwing knees. She's starting to see it. Oh, nice 1-2 from Annette. She actually circled off, got a little bit of space, and she unloaded a nice jab cross.
And again, Hanna with that pressure throws a nice kind of right hook. Just barely missing Annette Nichols.
I'm actually really impressed with Annette's, not only her ground and pound, but her ability just to go toe-to-toe with a person who's got a little bit more experience striking-wise. And she's still in this fight. You know, they're both tagging each other. It's very competitive. Looks like Annette, looks like the corner told her to do a right uppercut. Looks like because Hanna's coming in with that low, like change the level, and looks like she was told to start looking for that uppercut up the middle. There we go.
She's landed that right uppercut multiple times this far.
Yeah, this round. Yeah, I think that was a big change I see in this round. Hanna's still working about the same.
And although Annette said that her ground game was really her strong suit, she's been doing a great job in this round with the boxing exchanges as well.
Absolutely. You know, the last round, I would say the striking went more towards Hanna, but Annette's actually been able to get a few punches off. Some solid strikes. Hanna looking for that big shot. She's going almost like Hagler style. She's just bobbing and weaving, big right over the top.
And again, Annette presses her against the cage, looking for that takedown, it appears.
She's got double unders right now. There you go mid back, start sucking her through. Hanna's able to counter by switching, going sideways. She's spreading her legs, spreading her base. She had an opportunity there to take her down in the beginning. Oh, look, there we go. Let's pull her away from the cage. Hanna's doing a really good job with her cage wall defense.
Nice shot to the body on the break there, and Hanna comes back pressing forward.
Brad, how do you score this round? This has
been a back and forth round. I'm glad I'm sitting where I'm sitting and not at the judges' table.
You got the easy job tonight.
I got the easy job tonight. I wouldn't want to be these judges scoring these fights, especially this one, because the back and forth exchanges have really been the story of this fight so far.
Absolutely. I'm looking at Annette right now, and she's got a little lump on her eyes. It looks like she's bleeding a little bit on her left eye. It looks like some of those white hand hooks have gone to her.
Now again, we move into the championship rounds of this, our second of 4 championship bouts on the card this evening. And again, we'll see if those adjustments between rounds really play a factor. It's kind of gone back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely.
From round to round based off of those adjustments.
Wow, we're in the 4th round. Championship rounds coming forward.
And yeah, they're attending to that mouse on the left eye of Annette Nichols. Both fighters appear to be ready to go.
You know, both these fighters are so impressive. Hanna Olson coming up 2 weight classes to take on this opportunity. Just goes to show how goal-oriented she is. She wants to be a champion. She wants to be a peak fighting bantamweight champion.
Oh, and a nice right hand by Annette Nichols. Cracks the jaw of Hanna Olson, but Hanna firing back.
She's loading. Nice left kick. Let's go back. Oh,
She's mixing it up and just threw a right high kick.
Okay, so we know the corner told her, get those kicks going. I like what I'm seeing. I like those kicks.
Well, one of the things that's impressive with these fighters is the fact that they're making those adjustments based off of what the corners are telling them, and they're not sticking to something that's not working.
Absolutely. They're both adapting. They got great corners. They got very experienced corners. Now, this is, you know, both these girls are from Texas. This is actually two of the top teams, MMA-wise, in Texas, going hand to hand. 4 rounds in Team 515, ladies and gentlemen. They put out quality fighters.
And Hanna cracks her with a nice overhand right. And she's firing that right again.
You know, Hanna just keeps walking Annette forward. Annette's landing some good one-twos, but that pressure, Hanna just keeps walking her down. Oy,
and a nice head kick.
That was so
Annette
nice.
Nichols.
That was nice. Excellent Muay Thai form. Did someone snap a picture of that? She's going to want that later.
Well, if she gets the victory here tonight, that picture will probably go up on the gym wall.
I think Annette's been, those kicks are, looks like those kicks are kind of slowing down Hanna. You know, they're throwing her off a little bit. They're having her reset and adjust. Think about her strategy. Would you say Hanna's throwing a little bit less this round?
She's definitely started to slow down here in the championship rounds, but you know, you got to wonder if the volume output of Annette Nichols and the amount of strikes that Hanna's absorbed in that third round, if that really is playing a factor in these championship rounds.
Unrelentless pressure from Hanna.
And a nice right hand by Hanna. 10 seconds left to go in the round. And another high kick.
Let's see who closes big. Who's going? Oh, they're both going for it.
What a slugfest.
Wow.
What a slugfest.
You know, I loved it. They were both sitting down on their punches in the end, sitting in front of each other, just slugging it out. That's what I'm talking about.
Both fighters being attended to. Appears they both have some swelling going on the face. Again, they've both absorbed some incredible shots here tonight.
What about those kicks, Brad? They're coming fast. I'm having a hard time seeing them.
Again, I've got the easy job tonight. I'm glad I'm sitting on this side of the cage and not absorbing those strikes, because let me tell you, one of those suckers would put me out.
You know, good thing Hanna, she's been coming in pressure, but she's also been having those hands high. And she's been pretty, you know, but those kicks have been pretty surprisingly.
Obviously, the doctors and the athletic commission are keeping a close eye on these fighters. Fighter safety is the utmost importance here tonight, but both fighters are ready to go here in the 5th round.
Wow.
And I got to tell you, I have no idea who's winning this fight. I have no idea.
Let's see if they switch up the game plan. It's been pretty interesting watching them adapt as the fight goes. Or do we double down on it, you know? Hanna.
Again, constant pressure from Hanna, but Annette Nichols sticking to what worked in round 4 and continuing to deliver those kicks.
She's hit. She's hurt. I think she's recovered now.
It looked like it might have been a check kick that made her stumble and fall to the ground. We'll have to take a look at the replay here in a minute. But it looked like from where I was sitting, it was that check kick that caused her to fall. And Annette Nichols upping the output.
This is where doing all those marathon trainings, okay, this is where the difference it makes. She's still strong on her legs. She's throwing more volume. This is the 5th round of the night. Look at that.
And she is keeping that constant pressure on Hanna. But Hanna firing back.
I don't think Annette has actually. I think
You
Annette.
see that question mark kick? Oh my goodness.
I think Annette's actually picked up her volume every round. That's really impressive.
She definitely has.
Look,
and still delivering hard
ate a
shots.
Punishment a right cross from Hanna. Both fighters. No one's backing away. This is the 5th round. Who wants it?
I mean, I got to tell you, just as I thought this fight card couldn't get any better from the fights that we've seen so far, and these ladies come out here and put on an incredible performance. And we still have 2 title fights to go.
Wow. Oh, looks like Hanna just ate up. Short right. And a kick.
Another high kick from Annette Nichols.
Hanna unrelenting with that pressure. Hits her with the right hook once. Blocked on the second attempt. You know what I would like her to see? Throw that left hook. A big left hook. Big right. Blocked by Annette.
You know, Hanna seems to be slowing down a little bit and throwing more one punch at a time rather than those very slick combinations she was throwing early on.
Oh, she's going big. She's swinging big. Big haymakers all the way to the finish.
Do not want to be the judges scoring this contest. I have no idea who won, but I got to tell you, in the 4th and 5th round, the pressure of Annette Nichols was incredible.
Incredible fight.
As we take a look at the replay screen, yeah, it looked like it was that check kick that put Hanna to the ground, and she got on her horse and started scrambling really quick, trying to recover from that check kick. And as we await the judge's decision, our very own Will Campuzano will head into the cage and again interview these fighters.
How about a round of applause for these ladies? What a fight. What a fight, ladies. Heck of a fight. The winner by split decision, Annette